evening and welcome to After Dark, never to be seen smoking on the telly again. Tonight our special guests are from Dragon, and they'll only be able to stay for a short period, which is unfortunate, but we've got Alan Mansfield and Marc Hunter, the big fella, and they've got a new album that came out earlier this week. It was a big night too, so we'll talk about that. Glenn A. Baker and David Collins from 2WS are coming in, and they're talking about a show which is called The Definitive History of Popular Music. Supposedly the all-time greatest radio special anywhere in the world, and it's on this weekend. We'll find out all about that too. And then some crazy people from JJJ's Brekkie Show. And if you're up and listening to radio between 6 and about 10 every morning of the week, no doubt you'll have gone to them at some stage. Maybe you're just a regular listener and you'll know who I mean. They'll all be in shortly. Oldies from Elvis, Melanie and Voyager. Some great new clips as well, like this one, the Lebanon Human League. We'll make sure we never have a smoke on. Marc Hunter there on communication, Marc Hunter here on sounds on After Dark. And Alan Mansfield as well. Whoa.
Hi.
Lovely, when I start to speed up, it just takes me back to sounds in the morning.
Just the song.
It's so quick. This one's more lay back. This is Body in the Beat, which is the album that you released through the week. Congratulations to both of you and the rest of the band.
Thank you.
Beauty. Can we straighten out the costs? Because I got into all sorts of trouble. I heard these rumours of, like, over-the-top costs for clips and for the actual recording. And I said them, and I apparently was a little out. So
I think it's mostly wishful thinking on our part.
Right.
The cost for the clips weren't that huge. We did do 2 clips at once, so that cut some costs down.
Right.
They cost about probably $25,000-$30,000 for 2, which is not excessive.
Well, it's fine, yeah. It's not like 100, which I was talking.
The album cost about $50 million.
$50 million bucks?
At least.
Obviously aimed at the overseas market where they spend that much on sometimes.
Worth every shekel too.
Will you go over to America shortly? I heard there's a big chance now that you'll be off, because this comes out, what, about a month from now?
I really hope so. I really hope we get an offer to go over there and tour and let them see us and see if they like us. And if they like us, consume us like burgers.
Right.
Because, I mean, it'd be great to tour America again. Our first tour was fragmented and we don't have very sort of accurate recollections of it. So it'd be nice to see it sort of starry-eyed, dewy-eyed and
what about
avaricious.
just a promotional trip, Al? Would you be wanting to do that if the tour situation doesn't come off?
Yeah.
You've remixed Rain for over there, is that right?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, it's sort of, you know...
What did you change?
Oh, a bit of the introduction.
Took out the vocal? Nah.
No, basically just sort of made it more suitable for the album. That's really all. Other than that, it's...
And the clip was actually reshot as well?
Yeah, we're still in the process of doing that. Just finishing up bits and pieces.
What are you actually doing? You're just finding it down to what you think that American market would go for more, or?
Yeah, I mean...
Sorry.
Go on.
We get conflicting sort of telexes, people saying, you guys look like decadent pig farmers.
Yeah.
In one telex.
Who said that?
Well, you know, they all say that. You get a telex saying, make the clip a bit more palatable to American audiences. So obviously that means a bit more care and a bit better clothes and things, so we try and do a clip like that. But, I don't know, the band seems to work best when we're just in a studio and we sort of do what we do.
As you do.
And loon about, yeah. The first clip was a bit too sort of, a bit shoestring budget and a bit kind of sweaty and dank towards the end.
Right. So it has been, for want of a better word, upgraded.
Upmarket.
Oh, upmarketed for the Americans, and let's hope they like it. What about the Aussie tour? When does that start? There's a biggie coming up, isn't there?
About 3 weeks' time.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to that? This would be...
Well, I've never actually toured Australia. Sort of,
in this situation,
So, I've been hearing stories and reports that I'm...
Not from their last
I'm looking
tours,
forward to it, but no, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, a lot of stories going around about these boys in the early days. You actually got really tired of it, didn't you, Marc? That slog day to day, city to city, town to town.
I did, about towards the end of, 1969. It was getting a bit sort of parky there, you know. I was finding it hard to keep the plot together.
So what are your feelings now, knowing that another heavy slog is coming up? Are you looking forward to it? Or?
I am looking forward to it, yeah, because it's a totally new band and it's new stuff to promote. It's not being in the situation where you have to go back and play April Sun in Cuba and Are You Old Enough, those songs every night, and to get the same reaction. Now it's a bit more sort of experimental and there's more freedom. So I'm looking forward to it a lot. This is a very nice lounge suite. Donnie.
It's lovely, isn't it? It's almost like you're next to a fresh approach.
This is beautiful.
A new and fresh approach to After Dark.
It's relaxed, yet suave.
Now, some shocking stories I heard when the boys, years ago, you know, things that they got up to.
Tell me about that.
If I could tell you, mate, I would. And I'd hate to lose, A, his friendship, and B, B, get him into trouble. But do you think it'll be a fairly reserved tour, or do you see, hey, we're going to get out here and really whoop up the town?
No, I'm not. Oh. I don't know. I think the guys are pretty much more relaxed now. I mean, you know, I've seen them for months now, so I don't think it's going to be anything like that. And if it is, well,
You can
the way
cope?
it is. I mean, you know.
You can cope.
Mhm.
Who have you toured with in the past, not necessarily in Australia, but overseas? You worked with Bette Midler, correct?
Yeah, that was.
Was that touring?
With Bette, yeah, that was a tour,
Right.
which took about 4 months of
She a
the
pretty
year.
wild lady on the road?
No, I mean, you know, she's wild on stage and all that, but, you know, I mean, like, I don't think anyone could keep that up,
No.
sort of, outside or off stage, but
Right.
she's real genuine, and she's just a great person. And,
Any
you know,
others?
when you're sort of living with someone for 4 months, you know,
Yeah.
you sort of get all sides of it.
Sure.
And, she's great. Actually, she's the only person that I've ever worked in Australia with,
Right.
you know, the major cities and all that, so.
Is when you came with her, is that what changed your idea in Australia? And
Yeah, well, I came with her, and, you know, we were here for, I think it was at least a month, or a month and a half. And, I met this lady who has since become my wife.
well, then,
And actually we then moved to the States, and we were living there for a long time.
but it was
and,
really the wife situation that you came
Well, what
over.
happened is, you know, she became pregnant and all that stuff,
Right.
so we decided, well, it's either New York City, and I couldn't see that, or here, so we came here indefinitely and
Right.
to see what would happen, and this is what's happened. So,
You're part now of Dragon, and we know that you like to get out and do a little bit of production outside
Yeah.
with different people. Are you actually looking for new the younger bands to produce?
yeah, you know, you get a lot of tapes, and you get a lot of people sort of asking to help out
Right.
and do that, and, you know, I mean, really, for new bands, I'd love to do as much as I could. This, you know, there's always all the time factor, which is
Sure.
also involved,
Yeah,
and
it's
you're
gonna get
dealing with
busy.
a lot of, you know, work of paying the bills and just keeping busy.
Right.
And now that the band is sort of the priority, I'll just try to sort of slot production and
Whenever you
things
can.
into that, depending on what's sort of happening with the group.
He's a very good producer.
He sure is. Just looking around, some of the new names. There's some new names you can come up with that you have seen around that you think need some help, and, you know, with a bit of push they'd make it.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah, I know. It sort of makes you put heads on nails.
Yeah, I
doesn't it? It
mean,
really
again, I mean, not to avoid it, but you get so many tapes where you really see good potential that if you had the time to sort of get in there and work the songs and the playing and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's an abundance of it. It's actually just a matter of sort of commitment to saying, yes, you know, we can put aside this amount of time and
Someone said
see
this
what
quote
comes
to
out.
me the other night, was like, there is so much good talent and not enough people to assist them out of the also-rans into the major market. Would you agree with that?
I agree with that. There's an amazing amount of talent in Australia, in the South Pacific too.
Yeah, we'll
And-
say
and
New Zealand as well, eh?
There doesn't seem to be a lot of arrangers or producers or producer arrangers.
To set them on the way.
I mean, and most young bands could sound fantastic with a good arranger and a good producer. But there aren't a lot around.
Is there a name, a young group that you've seen of late that you're sort of tipping that might
Well,
do some?
I like the Electric Pandas.
Right.
I think they're
And-
pretty sort of. I like that girl. She's pretty snappy.
Isn't she? And this single obviously will take them away now. I mean, to much greater heights, which is good.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice to have you in, and thank you for the reception the other night.
Oh, thank you, sir.
It's unbelievable. And congratulations on this album.
The Body and the Beat.
Body and the Beat. Watch it go. Not only here, but in America as well. And great to see them back with stuff so good. This is one of the tracks, by the way. This is called Cry. Dragon. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Don.
Thank you, Mr. Mansfield.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thanks, Don.
Bye-bye.